And I would say they are still in their first game. Rinriet is also still in his first game. Let's see what he plays. Is Path of Transcendence like the new black? Like, fits everyone? That's second time. Oh my god, that's a... My god, that's a lot of shit he has under Path to Transcendence. Wow. Jeronimo plays with the Advanced Despina. Some sort of vampires. Some sort of control. Dominion only. Which is kind of interesting. And Rinriet with, whatever. Like, it looks a little bit like polar bears, but, not as traditional. A little bit more freestyly. Goes in with the Karthus. And that's a Steelnor Innkeeper, a Sentry, a Frost Elemental, a Life Force Incarnate, a Thymea, a Dwarven Mortar, and a Triangelica Sentinel. That's not only a mouthful, but also a lot of shit that comes into play when he activates this. He has one more card in hand, 2 cards for Jeronimo. Yeah, but doubtful that it's actually vampires, because you don't put Cloning Vet for vampires. It's some sort of control list, it seems, for Jeronimo. Also, what is this? Rune of Blades? It is Rune of Blades. Okay, you activated Path to Transcendence, Might Emblems for everyone, and of course 2 more, thanks to the Triangelica Sentinel. Who in the hell plays this card anymore, by the way? And he could actually use his ability to... Oh, she is already stupefied, so yeah, it doesn't matter how many aspects he has. And he can also use that on, if I can see him, Karthus. Yeah, to render him a little bit more obsolete. Or just, yeah, use his ability and then go in with the mortar. It's actually that's kinda silly. I like it. And he also has hero ability as it. My god, it's oh my god. It's going crazy now. An 11/11 freaking Life Force Incarnate. That's some shit going towards your way right there. Oh my god. Holy ballsack. I mean, just use the mortar. They can't attack anyways. Here you go. Okay, gets rid of the Karthus. Only 2 cards in hand for Jeronimo, whereas Rinriet has 5 cards in hand. Plays another creature, gets Diogen out. He could play the Shrine on him. Oh my god, do you realize how much card draw that is? I just realized that he has Thymea out. And with that many freaking... Oh my god. If they all go in for face, that's so much card draw. That's like milling yourself, basically. Well, that's the board. Have fun with that. Oh my god. Okay, let's hope we don't face Rinriet, because that is freaking scary. What else does he run, by the way? He runs Rage Rush and Enoch, which got banned. So we have to make sure that we ban this. But it actually makes sense, you know, with Thymea, with Path to Transcendence. The Elemental triggers multiple times. Steelnor Innkeeper triggers multiple times. Also, if you have him out, the Force Mage Protector also triggers multiple times. It all makes sense. It does. But I gotta say, I like the Rune of Blades thing for Jeronimo. The question is... It does, apparently, it doesn't trigger when you use Cloning Vet, however. But begs the question if he has that many 1-drops, because so far I've just seen him play high creatures. But of course we are already in late game, so there's that. Consumes a lot of time as well, as you can see in the timer above. And the timer, Shia LaBeouf. Nailed it. 33 HP for Jeronimo. So where is the Scatterdor? Triangelica Sentinel. I guess. I'm not really sure how that card works anymore, but most of that survives, and it's still silly. Definitely gained a little bit of control over the whole board situation, but apparently he just tries to go for life. advance the Spina for life. And question is, does he have another... He might have another Cataclysm. He realizes he is not dead next turn. And he definitely had enough mana before he used the 2 cloning bats. Which I'm not really sure why he used them, to be honest. But there's the Power Discharge, deals with 1, extra card draw. He would actually also go for Fleeting Mirage for the Enchanted Spring to bounce some creatures back, because I just love the interaction with that, I gotta say. Makes me want to splash in nature just for that shrine to do some crazy bouncing shenanigans. Could work pretty well with Prina also, you know? If you have like 3 aspects, you just bounce Prina back and play it under another creature. Would be pretty fun. But for now, it's Mortar time, it seems. Though I'm pretty sure there is another Cataclysm either in his hand or in the deck, because he also has 1 in the graveyard. He has to get rid of 1. There was the Cataclysm! Was it? No, it wasn't, never mind, okay. Because, yeah, Exorcism, of course, it's only a 2. Or is it? No, it was a 2 mana creature. There it is. 2 mana creature, artifact, or spell card, yeah. But it wasn't the Cataclysm, because otherwise there would be a second one in there, and that's not the case, so... Could have been one of these 2. Word of Power, Power Surge. Okay. I don't know why he froze that, because he could just go in with the Mortar, but... Whatever. Doesn't... he could get the card draw, and he does. And that's a 5/4 Timea right there for you. And 3 extra cards for him. He's down to 1 HP, by the way, so that's gonna be... He's in a little bit of a pickle right here. Has Vampiric Touch, everything is off cooldown. Vampiric Touch, Tempting Lure, is it called like that? It is. And Blade of Runes. It's Triangelica Sentinel. That's probably the most valuable you got out of that. And he spent quite some mana to get it. And he resigned, so that's a win for Rinriet, so we know for sure we have to ban that deck. So sadly, I couldn't deliver you game number 2 because my freaking microphone fucked up. And it took a little bit of time to set it up again. It was like late game, but so far it's 1-1. The problem... Okay, I just thought it. I thought we have to sit through 2 fucking bullshit-ass control decks for Jeronimo, but there is light at the end of this tunnel, because apparently it is Darius, but it's not... Well, it can't be Dominion, because he already played that with Advanced Espina control. It could be Grand Reunion, because I've seen that with Darius, definitely, and that's an elf, and that's a Moonlight Patrol that got nerfed, not a 3-speed, a 2-speed now. And for Rinriet, by the way, that's not Rush, it's actually Shamans, which is pretty interesting. Has the Totem of Swiftness out. Goes... Yeah, definitely for the Fairy. Kill it before it hatches, and goes for the DO and hits it. Solid play. Solid play for him. Of course he plays, by the way, see that in the last game, Rage Corruption Totems. It's not like the... with Keanu Reeves, the one that we played against, the Rage... What was it, Rage? I think it was Rage Nature. With the Shooting Sprouts, which was pretty hilarious to see, I gotta say. But yeah, as I've said, by the way, bans were for Rinriet, it's Enoch is banned. And for good old Jeronimo, it's Advanced Naiva. And he has... How is it called? Energy Ray, Energy Burst. It's actually Energy Burst. But so he probably has a Dust Titan. I could see that. Also has 2 Wisdom, 1 Nature, so he's on a good way. And I think it's 4 mana, so we might see a Dust Titan next turn. 2 more totems, Totem of Legends and Totem of Torture. And now I just see a Dust Titan. Get ready for it in 3, after the shrine. It's 3 seconds after the shrine. 3, 1. Okay, goes for... Yeah, there it is. As I said, Grand Reunion. And he gets out a... It's a fairy, an elf, a plant, and a spirit. Not a shaman, however. It's a top 5 card, so yeah, I was about to say it would be pretty weird if he doesn't. And a Dust Titan. I like that. I like that synergy, by the way. I like that synergy with Melindra because you don't really see anyone playing that. With Melindra and Dust Titan, it's awesome. Sadly, he doesn't have like 2 Totem of Lightnings out. They would definitely clear the Dust Titan. Goes for Summon Totem, Mountain Sanctuary. Doesn't use it though, goes for the next totem, and there is the Offering Yard Priest, which is a 4/4. Gets a little bit of card drain, card draw, makes it swift. Oh, it's a 5/5, true. But it gets blocked by Melindra. Is she called Melindra? She's called Melindra. Wait, he doesn't have to pay the mana, right? Oh, very good. And that's why you don't play... I had that conversation in one of the games, by the way, that I've played, that probably are not uploaded yet. That's why you play basic Zash and not advanced Zash with Shamans. Pretty good play. Pretty good. So deals with the Dust Titan. And Melindra isn't that big of a threat. Goes for Bark Convoy and kills the Totem of Legends. Sucks a little bit. But that's definitely some value that he gets out of that. So makes sense definitely that he gets rid of that. Not to Rinriet's amusement, however, I can assume. Because it was still a 3 energy totem. And Grand Reunion grants him a plant. A plant named Ancient Trant. I gotta play Grand Reunion. Because you're just bound. Like I think Grand Reunion would also work with Naiva Reverend. I could see that being a thing. But of course Darius is there to stall the deck, stall the board. The enemy board. and I just really like the synergy, I gotta say, with Melindra and that Dust Titan. It's just story made in heaven. And there it is, the Rocky Tribe Mystic, and the next, not Urigella, but the next Offering Yard Priest, which is a 4/4 with 3 totems out. Deals with the Bar Convoy, deals with the Ancient Trend as well. And his side of the board survives. Nice. Nicely done. And he also already gained a couple of H-Pizzle from the Totem of Tortures. From the Totems of Tortures, I think. And he has Mountain Sanctuary up next turn, or Summon Totem. We're gonna see if he uses that. And the Dust Titan. Shocks 2. Does he have enough mana for Energy Burst? He doesn't, but next turn he does. Yeah, 4 mana and 3 aspects in order to play the Dust Titan. And of course, if he gains energy, he gets Might Emblems, and that's shitty to play against. And let's see what he hits. He hits the the Frost Elemental. That sucks. Obnoxious Fumes on a Dust Titan. Circle of Fire on Melindra, and then go in with the Rocky, I think. Is it Rocky? It is. Kind of weird. And he has 3 cards. He hits the Mountain Sanctuary for a Totem of Legends. Apparently he doesn't have another... Oh, he does have another Shaman, and he makes it swift. Doesn't use the 2 totems, so maybe he has another one. Goes for the card draw, obviously. 2 more mana left. 5/5. So save your 1 mana. Circle of Fire Yeah, Circle of Fire the Melindra, because she's gonna block. Or Fireball it, that's also a good option, actually. It doesn't deal, of course, with the Frost Elemental, but... I was gonna say, you can run it into the Frozen one, but... There should be... The two were shocked, so they should not sleep anymore, but they do. So, the 5/5 Tribe Mystic... the 5/5 Yard Priest just dies now from the Water... Frost Elemental, I think. And another one, and of course raises the next 5/5. That sucks. That's 10 less damage for you. Question is, does he go for... I mean, he has 0 mana, so he can't do anything if he runs one Frost Elemental into one of the Frozen Yard Priests. Though he has 3 more cards in hand, but doesn't look like it's anything that he could actually play now. He could go for Hero Ability, actually. That would stall him a little bit. And it would also get rid of 2 5/5s, and he can still go in for 1 beat. I mean, that's nothing, but still. It stalls, kills two creatures, gets some damage in. Sounds good to me. He has the mana for it, and yeah. Goes for that. And 1 more beat. Maybe he also thought like, yeah, well, because they are down to 2 and 3 HP respectively, so maybe he tried to get more value out of that by killing these as well, but sometimes you just have to get what you can take, or something like that. So far, it doesn't look too great Grand Reunion-wise for him, though. He only has 2 spirits out. He still needs a fairy, an elf, a plant on the field. And that's the elf. And goes for Valor and Reach on the 2 Frost Elemental. Now as a 4/2, they are definitely more scary than they were before. I don't really see Master Tactician being played that often anymore, so it's kind of cool to see that. It's also 3 speed and range, so definitely a good value card there. Goes for the card draw. Totem of Lightning, okay, that definitely helps out. Deals with the Master Tactician. Master Hunter. Yeah, well, and so does the Death Curse Shaman, of course. And that's another Offering Yard Priest. Deals with the Master Tactician, so no Reach anymore, at least, for the 2 Water Elementals. But Reach doesn't do anything because, like, Totem Shamans, they don't... Maybe he runs Disciple of Zash, but that's the only one that's on the support line, so... Yeah. Reach isn't too bad. For Shamans, at least, it isn't. Bark Convoy. Probably the Lightning Totem. Last game he went for the Totem of Legends, which still had 3 energy left, but I think this time Totem of Lightning makes more sense to get rid of that. That's definitely a great card to play against Shamans, definitely the Bark Convoy. Because getting rid of at least one totem is always a good thing. And another Frost Elemental, that guy though. That guy. It's almost like seeing polar bears. Things you only say in video games, by the way. Question, however, is if he actually goes in for the beats, and he does. So he loses 1 Frost Elemental for sure. The other one should survive. Yeah, like nothing the Death Curse Shaman can kill here. It's down to 3, so it doesn't kill the Frost Elemental. So he goes for hero damage. Question mark? It's the only thing that makes sense. Because everything else survives anyways. Unless Bark Convoy decides to... Yeah, decides to remove the Might Emblem to get like a totem, which of course isn't gonna happen just yet. Now it does. Gets rid of the lightning totem. Puts him on the back line, not sure why. Yeah, well, maybe he wants to... Yeah, of course, he wants to secure... Oh, right, what is Bard? Is it an elf? It's an elf. Okay, okay. Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. So, now he's setting up for Grand Reunion to trigger. He has 2, Spirit and Elf, so he needs a Plant and a Fairy. That's another elf for him, so not really what he wants, but still it's a blocker, nonetheless. And he is down to 12, so he definitely needs the blockers. And that's a Swamp God Emissary, and he can trigger that. Goes for the card draw. Could be a Yacht Priest, could be a Death Curse Shaman, and it's a Yacht Priest. A 4/4 Yacht Priest at that. Let's see if he uses all the triggers. It's only 2 HP, would be up to 25, but the thing is that Jeronimo gets really beefy now with the Grand Reunion. He's not too far off from actually winning with that. So I would say keep it out, because there are some offering Yacht Priests you can still get back from the graveyard, and that's exactly what he does. Using Totem of Legends, of course, makes sense. Still has enough mana for hero ability, so he might use that in order to get rid of the Bark Con. If he wants the Bark Con, actually he should get the Bark Convoy. Water. Frost Elemental isn't a huge threat. It can deal with the Swamp God Emissary, but that's about it. And Bark Convoy can still kill a totem. Can they activate it before combat triggers? I'm not sure. If so, of course he's gonna use it. And the thing is, by the way, though, just saw that next turn, Mountain Sanctuary / Summon Totem is up for Rinriet again. So we're gonna see if he hits another totem then. Goes in for beats, kills the Bark Convoy. And we're gonna see... Okay, he can trigger it before. Okay. Now you obviously want to clear the board because of Grand Reunion. He could... Maybe he thinks he has a Rocky Tribe Mystic. It could be a thing, but I would have still gotten rid of one of the other totems. And he doesn't even have a Tribe Mystic, so that was a waste. Now, I mean, of course, they also blow up anyway, so yeah, doesn't make too much of a difference. But he has some board presence now, Rinriet for sure, and there's still 2 types of creatures missing for Jeronimo. Force Field, Unstable Reactor. I mean, it's 2 damage for everyone. Yeah. Deals with 2 creatures from Rinriet, but that's about it. Even uses Energy Burst on that. That's kind of weird. Also puts the Might Emblem Frost Elemental in the back. So goes super passive. Obviously as well with Force Field. Kind of interesting to see that they didn't put the Energy Burst on the Force Field. Not on the Force Field, but on the Unstable Reactor as well. But next Grand Reunion trigger, and he gets another Master Hunter. That's another elf, by the way. So it's still 2 elves, 2 spirits. For Jeronimo. Mountain Sanctuary would be a thing. He has 9 mana, so might as well try his luck. It is a good board, however. That's definitely a thing. There's a pretty good board presence, Rinriet. A shame, of course, that there are no totems out. So if he has like a shaman, he doesn't get any totem trigger or benefits from that, which sucks a little bit. Fire Blast on the Master Tactician. So no reach, but again, not an issue. Goes for Circle of Fire on probably a Fire Elemental. Frost Elemental. Fucking elementals today. Okay, on the Bard Convoy, wants to get rid of the elementals, it seems. That doesn't kill it, though. That doesn't kill any of them, but he wants to go in for Deadly, it seems. And that would be enough, and it actually is enough. Or is it? It is. Okay, yeah, 1 damage. I thought, like, the Shaman only does 2 damage, but Force Field came in handy there, definitely. Alright. Good play, good play. And that's a win for Rinriet. Pretty good.